Good morning, it's day 8 of Vlogmas. Hello! So I'm in my conservatory because I sold a couple of candles overnight. So I am going to package those up and get them posted. Got a good price for them, which is nice from what I actually paid. So worth doing. Alfie, as always, is trying to attack the Christmas tree. And I'm going to go in the kitchen and do all my tablets and stuff. It's very, very cold today. Quite icy as well, frosty. So bless him, he's put me a cup out already for a cup of tea. So I'm still feeling really ropey. Last night's sleep was just broken sleep, really. But I fell out of bed. I've never fell out of bed ever. And I remember it because I was dreaming. I was dreaming about my old house and my mum was there, and I'd left the old house and she'd chucked me out for some reason. And I remember flipping myself saying, "Get off me," and woke up on the floor. That's never happened before. Anybody else? Has that ever happened to you? That you fell out of bed and it's part of your dream? So I'm going to have a bruise, I think, on the side of my body where I flipped over because I was asleep like that. Woke up the other way. It's a weird one. And also, bless him, he's done all the kitchen, it's lovely and tidy. So I sold a couple of woodwick candles. I sold them on Depop because it's something to do with you're not allowed to sell them on Etsy because they're not made by me, which is a fair point. I paid £7 for them and then sold them for a tenner. So I got like £3 bonus, really. I'm going to have porridge again today. Quaker oats, so simple. It really is simple, actually. Ripsaid bag. And then you fill it to the line with milk. Microwave. Marvellous. I'm getting fed up now. You know, when you get to a point of you just like, I don't want to be ill anymore. I want to have a decent year next year because this year's been the worst of my life ever. I'm getting annoyed with Alfie because all he does is flipping bark every time somebody comes, you know, to deliver something or pass the house or whatever. I'm just irritated, do you know what I mean? So I've got myself dressed, I've put on this poncho that I've had for absolutely ages, bought it from Camden Market, never wore it. It was one of those that was like, why on earth did I buy this? But I thought, why the heck not? You know, anything that keeps me warm right now would be great. I've just totally got distracted watching Carrie Hope Fletcher on YouTube, watching her latest vlog about Carrie Boss and doing pantomime. I'm supposed to be trying to get myself organised. So I'm going to go and see if the post has arrived because I'm still waiting for some deliveries. And then time for some lunch, really. I still feel absolutely rotten, but I can't sit about doing nothing. I need to try and do something. No, there's no post in my little parcel cupboard, not yet. Oh look, the fish food has frozen to the top of the pond. I did break the ice so that the fish food would go in, but it's frozen up again. Oh dear. You alright, Alfie? So, I'm not feeling so good now. I think it's one of those days where things have just caught up with me a little bit. I just feel so fed up now. I just want to move forward somehow. When you feel like unhealthy, under the weather and stuff like that, your mood drops and it becomes harder and harder to keep going. And I've done really well until this point of having 7 weeks of not being able to breathe with the heart issues, and then now this coldy fluey thing with cold shivers. And now my motivation is gone. It's completely gone. I've got 2 Eurovision videos to do and I'm just not right in, I can't even speak, I'm just not in the right headspace. I'm just feeling emotional and fed up and yeah, it's almost like I want someone to come in and fix it all you know, magic, I don't know, magic prince or magic fairy godmother or something to come in and just fix all of it. Yeah, I'm not doing so good today. But I said to myself that when I was doing this Vlogmas, I would sign up for everything. I would put out however I'm feeling, what I'm up to, all of that. Obviously you don't need to see every tiny detail of my life, but I just felt it was important to be as open as possible and as honest vocal coach and all that. And just show how I'm feeling. And it's got to a point where I don't have any energy. I don't have any motivation to keep going. I do have some things planned for next year though, so that's giving me some kind of light. I'm going to go to the Isle of Man next year, which will be an anniversary of going with Ellie. And I'm going to take Alex and we're going to go to all the places that Ellie loved. And then the cruise, I was supposed to go on with Ellie. I'm going to take Alex and we're going to Spain and Portugal on a cruise, which will be sad but good at the same time. But I have to somehow look forward. So I'm going to pull myself together. I'm going to have a little bit of a chill out here because I'm so cold still, all the time, cold. So I'm going to have a rest here and try and just hope that I can get through this cold and all of... Yeah. I know I'm a strong person, but sometimes it gets to me like it does anybody else. I'm too cold again, so I've got my robe on over the top of my clothes. I'm that cold. And I do actually have the heating on. But it's that cold, it's just me because I've got cold, I'm super cold. So I've got a delivery. Some more guidance cards, these are my favourite ones. I have a set of these, so I'm adding some to my shop. I'm going to go play around with my shop actually because I've had a violation on my Etsy store because I didn't make it, which is, you know, the way that it works. So I'm going to look at other options because I didn't know which way to go as it is, whether it was supposed to be Etsy, Shopify, all these things. So I think I'm going to have a look at WooCommerce because I've got a WordPress website anyway, so it kind of makes sense to have a look at that. So I'm going to look at that this afternoon. I'm going to pull myself together. I'm going to get a cup of tea because my dad used to say a cup of always will fix everything. So yeah, hopefully it'll give me the lift that I need. I'm feeling I might need a bit more than a cup of tea, but it's a down day, I guess. You know, it's allowed. It's allowed. So this has proven a lot more difficult than I thought. Now I can't get WooCommerce to work. It looks like I've already had it on my website, so no, it's not happening. So I tried to set up a Shopify earlier this year, so I'm going to have a look at that instead. I'm irritated now. So to set up a Shopify, it's not that difficult to do, but I'm just kind of frustrated with myself that I'm going to have to set up a shop all over again. You know, re-sorting out the home page and adding all of the products in and all of those things, even though I have an Etsy page already. But because Etsy is about stuff that you make, it's got to be made by you. And none of it's straightforward, you know. I just feel like I'm staring at a screen for hours on end, setting stuff up. So now I've got a TikTok shop, I've got an Etsy shop, I've got a Depop shop, I use eBay. It's like knowing which one to use for the best. It's really difficult to know where to go with it. I mean, the online shop is only a very small portion of what I'm going to be doing. my new store is meant to be a pop-up shop that's actually physically out seeing people at craft fairs and events and all the rest of it. And the online thing's just as an added sort of extra for those who won't see me out and about. They'll be able to get stuff online if they wanted to. But it's so complicated. There's like costs for this, costs for monthly membership costs and stuff. I think I'm frustrated because I've been in business a long time. I've run my own businesses for 20 years next year. And I've done all my websites myself and the advertising and all of that. You get to a point where you just think, I can't be bothered to do it all again. And not that I'm not quite happy to do it, because obviously you've got to do things you don't like to get to where you want to be. But it's knowing which one to do for the best. Why is none of it straightforward anymore? So Shopify, Etsy, eBay, because eBay is more of a second-hand thing, isn't it? So that's probably not the best place to set up. You're better off with a shop that looks like yours and it's, you know, quite slick and officially your shop, rather than on another platform. So Shopify would essentially be better than being on Etsy. But if you're on certain places, you've got to get the traffic in coming from my pages to get to that place. I think I'm gonna just ponder on this overnight, because if I start setting stuff up and then find I'm not going to use it, I'll just get myself even more irritated than I already am today. So I'm going to drink this tea and then decide, are we going Shopify? Are we going to try and get WeCommerce to work? Or start something completely different, a different shop platform? So I think that's it for today. This is vlog day number 8. I'm feeling shocking again. I've taken another set of tablets to try and feel better. That's just Alfie making a racket in the background. I am going to sign off, I think. I was supposed to do some teaching, but I'm just not up to it. So I'm going to get some rest, and then hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. I think Spotify might be the way to go. Shopify. But my head's gone. I'll tackle it tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Bye, labs.